Hello and welcome to this very special interview on Money Paathshaala. Joining me today is one of the veterans of the health insurance industry. And before I introduce him, I want to say something. I believe, and with every passing year, this has become a clear conviction, especially during what we saw during COVID, that before you buy any financial product, the first product that you need to look at very, very carefully and early on in your life is a health insurance product. A lot has changed since COVID. A lot of awareness has come among people. And to understand where we are today, joining me is Mayank Bathwal, who, as I said, has been a veteran. He's built Aditya Birla health insurance from scratch pretty much. He's the CEO there. Thank you very much, Mayank. It's always been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for inviting me, Vivek. Thank you, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
And I'm so happy that you've taken time out to reach out to viewers of Money Paathshaala, both across, tier two, tier three, and the metros. You've always explained, concepts with a lot of simplicity. So here's my first question to you. When we last spoke, it was in the thick of COVID. So, Mayank, when we last spoke, I remember it was in the thick of COVID. And at that time, the only thing on your mind was that, with lockdown, with physical movement restricted, how do I make sure that the rising claims that were happening are fulfilled? And I think both you and the industry did a remarkable job in making sure that there was no disruption. And of course, you tried different things with technology. Today, my first question is that suddenly, I saw my own, payment of my health insurance renewal, and many other people have been writing on social media that there's been a big jump, almost between 12 and 18%, depending on your age, uh, in the premiums. And this is largely because COVID has thrown up a whole lot of claims, etc. Reinsurance rates, I'm told, have gone up. So I just wanted to understand from you what is the scenario right now for health insurance before we go into why you need it. But why is it even more imperative to get it first? Because health costs are rising, and therefore health insurance premiums will have to play catch up. So if you could explain that a bit.
Yeah, thank you, Vivek. Thank you for inviting me to Money Paathshaala. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, as I said earlier. Yes, I remember last time we spoke. It was in some very uh, difficult but interesting time. That hopefully once in lifetime kind of opportunity or incidents. Health insurance, because as I said last also, that is in the thick of things, because this epidemic was pandemic was a part it was a health pandemic, and therefore because we are part of the extended healthcare ecosystem, we inherently have to face the impact of what's happening in the healthcare ecosystem. I think post COVID, a few things have happened. One is that during COVID, people realized that why health insurance is important, and I think I completely endorse what you started with. That this, having been in financial services industry for uh, 25 years plus now, and having looked at various products, I agree with you that it should be the first product that any consumer should look at, irrespective of the moment they get into I would say earning kind of part of their career. uh, and so pandemic kind of COVID clearly made people realize you must have your own health insurance. No one likes to pay from their pocket if god forbid if an event happens. So we are seeing that heightened awareness. It doesn't necessarily mean that COVID now having gone away for some time, that and what we are seeing is only, I would say, more like a something that will endemic and we'll have to live with it. It doesn't mean necessarily people are converting that in awareness into intent into action, but at least people now understand why health insurance more than ever before. Uh, but I think a few other things have also happened. We are seeing in when I look at claims today and the pattern of claims, we are seeing some element of increase in claims level because of long COVID impact. And what does it really mean? How long will they stay? What form will they take is for experts to kind of continue to look at that research and come back. But as a health insurance company, I'm seeing in my claims, categories of claims which were not there, let's say pre-COVID, or at least intensity of claims which were not there pre-COVID. So I think there is definitely an element of a slight shift in the claims pattern. Now, some of that is also because people may have decided to postpone their treatments during COVID, which was potentially something that they felt they could defer. So some of that is also coming back now. But I think some of them, even in case of heart conditions, respiratory problems, even by the way, cancer related conditions which are much more escalated in terms of just the incident level, because claims actually is a combination of the number of claims and the ticket size of claim. That is what
Oh,
constitutes. So the number of claims and the disease pattern, you see more of some of these which we did not observe pre COVID. So which means that you know uh, unless time will prove that this is only a temporary, there is a slight shift in claims pattern. And we must therefore take note of this, and as consumers recognize this, and therefore one more reason why you should have health insurance, and maybe slightly larger sum assured than what used to be a norm pre-COVID. And everyone in the family versus what used to be earlier, that sometimes, hey, let's take for adult, younger members don't need, etc., etc. I think the third element is that because there are newer categories or newer categories of claims, or at least increased incidence of certain claim types or disease pattern types. I think what has happened is that the base at which, let's say, our products are priced have to now change, because now some of these are permanent, as it seems. We are seeing this consistently from last 18 months. We thought that things will start coming back to pre-COVID level. No, it's not happening. Also, the healthcare system has increased their rates. So what we see today, is actually much higher claim size or billing than what used to be pre-COVID. Now, so
oh,
when you look at the combination of this, Vivek, uh, of course, we will love to keep our premiums at the level that they were earlier, and it's not unusual that every 2 or 3 years products will be priced. All products, by the way, become expensive with inflation and all. You buy any consumer product, they would
oh,
not be the same price that you were buying years back, because inflation does get added to any product pricing. And it's the same phenomenon in health insurance, that what used to be the price 3 years back will not be, because the cost of medical treatment has gone up. Doctors will charge more, a diagnostic will charge more, a pharmacy will charge more. So all of that is what is reflected, because we charge what the consumer pays in the healthcare infrastructure. So I
oh,
think some price increase is here to stay. We are hoping that some of the other trends that we are observing are only temporary, so therefore we don't have to look at further increases. But these are some realities, Vivek, that we're observing, and I think it's something that we also are trying to understand from the healthcare ecosystem to jointly understand this better. But the challenge of claims has not gone away completely.